Hi everyone! So today we are making blueberry muffins with a really thick muffin top. Hope you guys like it and we can get started. So it is like a disaster here and I'm going to tell you one by one what are we going to need. So for the muffin topping, we are going to need a little bit of flour, some butter that's cubed up, and a little bit of sugar. So that's that. And for the muffin part, we will be needing flour, baking powder, sugar, milk, room temperature butter, and frozen blueberries. And I like to add a little bit of cinnamon to my muffins because it's close to the holidays and I just want to be a little bit more festive. So the first thing what we're going to do is to make the muffin tops. Just add everything together. That's it. I just have some cold butter that's cubed up and add it to the flour and add the sugar into, and just, you can use a pastry blender if you want, but I'm just going to use my hands.
Just mix these three ingredients together until you get something like a dry sand consistency. You want to have big chunks of butter. You don't want to like mix everything together. Just roughly is fine. Something like this is good enough. Like that. And just leave it in the refrigerator until you need it. So after we are done with our muffin crumbles and we have set it in the the refrigerator to just keep it cool so the butter won't melt. And next we are going to work with the muffin batter. I have some room temperature butter here and I'll be using my old friend here just because I need to let my stand mixer have a little break. So with our room temperature butter, I am going to babysit my sugar here and add it in 3 portions. And I'm going to add my first portion in first and just cream your sugar and butter together until they are well mixed and the butter should double in size, and also it should turn to like a creamy white color. So that will be a sign to tell you that you know when you're done. Good, so let's work with that. After about 3 minutes of mixing, it should look something like this. It should be white and it should be really creamy, and it looks to me that the butter doubled the size. And that's a sign that it tells you when you're done creaming your butter. After that, I have 1 large egg here that I forgot to mention at first. Sorry, but I will put the recipe in the bottom bar. And you can check that out when you're done watching the video. Just have a room temperature egg. I just pull it from the fridge and then I just let it sit in warm water for about 10 minutes, and that's how I get room temperature eggs fast. And just, the recipe wants me to do to add the eggs in 3 portions, but I'm kind of lazy, so I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, that's that. I'm just going to add the egg in. If your egg is in room temperature, there will be no problem mixing the 2 together. But if it's cold, then add it in 3 portions. Just kind of help it a little bit so I won't get butter splashed all over my face. Gosh. Okay, let's start mixing. So after mixing, see, it didn't separate at all. It is okay if it separates. Don't worry about it. We're going to fix it after we add in the flour. Ideally, you don't want it to separate, but if it separates, it's totally fine. It's not going to hurt it. So after that, you know what I'm going to do first? Scrape the sides down first to make sure everything mixes perfectly. You do not want muffins that are baked unevenly. Can't really talk today, I don't know why. We are going to add in our flour next. Flour, baking powder. I'm going to add my baking powder in. The recipe wants 1.5 teaspoons, and this is a 1.5. This is a half a teaspoon, little scoop. So I'm going to add 3 in. And mix the 2 together, since this. And add 1/3 of the portion. Okay. Maybe a little bit more, won't hurt. So that's about 1/3. Oh, oops. Got butter all over me. That's okay. Just gonna Actually, you guys ever tried creaming butter and sugar together and just eat it? It is so good. I love it, but I'm not gonna do it here. I'm just gonna wash my hands and come back. So after that, just gonna mix the butter mixture and the flour together. Like always, I don't want flour to be splashing all over our face. So I'm gonna help it a little bit first. Actually, we don't even need this electric mixer. Just gonna mix it. And that's it. And add in half of our milk in. Half. That looks like half. And kind of mix it in. I don't want milk to be all over my face either. So, do that. And mix it. So you do not want to overmix the batter, or else you will get a really tough muffin when it comes out from the oven. And add in about a third. Somebody's coming. I'm just going to ignore it because my mom's going to get the door. Add in the second portion of our flour. Do the same thing. And we're just going to redo the same thing over and over again. And guess what? I forgot to add in the cinnamon. It's okay. I'm going to add in the next portion. Okay. That looks good to me. Just going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon into my flour. You can totally skip this step if you don't like cinnamon. But I think a cinnamon adds a little bit of like a good touch to it. So I'm just going to add it. And just mix it in again. So, like I said at first, I do not want to overmix the batter. So I'm just going to scrape down the sides first. And mix it well. And add in our last portion of our flour. Okay, that's that. And mix it in. I feel like lately I have been adding cinnamon to everything. I add a little bit of cinnamon to my chocolate chip cookies. I add a little bit of cinnamon to my oatmeal raisin cookies. Oh yeah, I have the best recipe for cookies. They are so good. They are adding your blueberries. You can add more or less depending on your preference. Just gonna add about 130 grams of blueberries here. Oh, maybe 150, my bad. But blueberries are pretty tart, meaning that they're pretty sour. So if you don't really like the tartness that blueberry gives you, switch it to like cranberries, like dry cranberries. I mean, don't not use fresh cranberries. Just they are very sour. Or you can add a little bit more sugar. Just adjust your sugar if you want your muffins to be a little bit more sweet than usual, just because of the sourness that blueberries have. But if you get the wild blueberries, they are surprisingly delicious. They are very sweet, but it still has that little bit of tartness that you want in your blueberries. So, enough rambling. We are done with our batter.
And yeah, just gonna do about 1 scoop here. And just put it in.
Everything really messy when your hands are covered with muffin batter. So our little muffin crumble looks like this. And you actually want like big chunks, so it will be more crispy. You know what I'm gonna do? Just gonna press down the batter, because we will not have any topping if it's not pressed down. Let me press down everything first. So, because the batter is so freaking cold, and it is cold here. I don't know why. Maybe the winter season is finally started in California, and it's just freezing. I am freezing. I've got the heaters on. So after I did that, pretty messy, let me tell you. I am not the neatest person in the world. Ugh. Okay, now we can go in with our crumble. Oh, that looks so good. Just want to eat one right now, raw. Do I like ramble a lot? That's why I never wanted to make videos that like as I'm talking and then working at the same time, because I just ramble on and on without stopping. Okay, this looks so good right now. Oh, I just wanna like have to be a little bit more stingy on the crumble because I am running out. Cannot be too generous because I didn't make a lot. Just made enough for 12 muffins. The one source that I maybe have not have as much crumble as I want. Maybe I should make more next time because they look delish. Okay, just pop it in your oven for about 20 minutes, and it is good to serve. And I'll see you when they are done baking, okay?
Hi everyone! So the muffins have been done baking and they look amazing, okay? And I can't wait to dig in. And these plates, I got them for $1 each at Target. Just look under the dollar section in Target when you walk in. They have the big ones, and these are called dessert plates. So it's a really good deal. And plus they are made in the USA. A perfect muffin should be very soft in the inside, and it should have a nice golden brown top with a little bit of crumble to give that extra touch. So let's dig in. And after they are done baking, I just let them sit on top of a cooling rack until they are cooled down. And I like to eat them warm. So in the morning, when they are all cooled down, I just throw 2 in the oven and just heat it back up, and I just eat one, and I'll just bring one as I go because they are so good. So I made them like a miniature size, and look, it's like oozing blueberries everywhere. Actually, the blueberries I bought this time, it's actually pretty sweet, not tart at all, but still have that good blueberry taste I like. And when I'm not in a hurry, I like to serve it with a little bit of whipped cream if I can get the top off. Yeah. It's not like I don't like to whip up my own whipped cream, it's just this is just too convenient. It made me lazy. And let's dig in. So you guys hear it. It has the nice top, crunchy top, and it is really soft. Slowly put it down, and I'm gonna dig in. When I first put it in, it should be really moist in its inside. Can you see? It is very moist, and the blueberries also help too. And I like to just grab a little bit of the whipped cream and although it's pretty late at night already, it is just very good. Okay, you guys have to try this. It is really good and really simple to make actually, and great breakfast by the way. If you want to see any other recipes that you have in mind, let me know in the comments below, or just send me an email or something. And I'll try to find the best recipe I can find and make a video to show you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!